Space, the boundary of human achievement, the new frontier.
It's just a cough.
Yeah, right. And the Earth is flat.
Treat your cough seriously with Robitussin CF Max. Nothing lasts longer and treats more symptoms for your cough, cold, and flu. Robitussin, because it's never just a cough.
In a few moments, you will have an experience which will seem completely real. It will be the result of your subconscious fears transformed to your conscious awareness. Warning, this tape must not be played by government personnel. It can be extremely harmful and result in severe trauma. You have 5 seconds to terminate this tape. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's good to see you. I must go. I know I must go.
Hold him. Now you listen to me, you hillbilly punk who thinks the world's still round. I'm here to tell you it's not. It's flat.
Lexi, tell us something interesting.
Okay, the Earth is flat, and a witch stole his pants.
Flat Earth expert Mark Sargent thinks the moon landing was a hoax.
Technically, the moon itself is a hoax.
Right, but betting with Sportsbet's new iPhone app?
I could do this standing on my head.
Thanks, Gravity. Sportsbet's new iPhone app. It's foolproof.
I know how we're different. Do you believe the Earth is flat?
I know it's flat. I walk on it.
Holy sh**.
Do you think the Earth is flat, Snoop? What do you think?
It's a flat world after all.
Smoke weed every day.
Und jetzt der Verkehr. Vorsicht, liebe Autofahrer, auf der A3 Oberhausen Richtung Arnheim ist die linke Spur aufgrund eines UFO-Absturzes gesperrt.
Broadcasting straight to you from a large spaceship currently at war with mainstream science. Meanwhile, the Peanut Gallery would like to start with a thought. A powerful man's deception is like a cunning illusion, carefully crafted to sway the masses and obscure the truth as he dances upon the stage of public opinion. Who said that? Guess what? AI and Peanut combined. So every week, Peanut is going to try to create these hybrids where he's going to have the AI generate a little quote like that, and then he's going to modify it. So how's that for fun stuff? It can write. I will give you that. Is it going to take over? No. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Strange World, where the truth is often stranger than fiction. I'm your host, Mark Sargent, the creator of Flat Earth Clues, which propose that all of us are living inside a Truman Show enclosed structure thousands of miles wide. Just Google Flat Earth Mark. See what I did there? It's a continuation from last week. If you can't find it, well, you're just not very good at the internet. So anyone that thinks part of the Mandela effect, that's not, no, it's Flat Earth Mark now. Okay. Currently, this show is on Tuesdays at 7 Pacific, 10 Eastern. And yes, Caroline, if it is not, what the hell day is today? May 16th, 2023. Then you are listening to the rerun. Quote of the day goes exactly like this one thing. If I'm right, I'm a genius. If I'm wrong, I'm a madman. Who said that? Terrence McKenna. Look him up. He's one of those guys, if I get my time machine working again, I am definitely going to the jungle and looking that guy up, because he is going to be super high, staring in the jungle, just spouting off stuff like that all day long. He was the guy, by the way, that came up with Time Wave Zero. Fantastic concept. My co-host, she's lovely, she's sassy, and she is one of the biggest Flat Earth rock stars ever. Karen B of the channel, Karen B. Hey, Karen.
Hey, Mark.
It's Tuesday, and we're doing this again, and we've been doing this now for quite some time. This is episode, what day is 407?
407.
407 wonderful weeks. It's a weekly show, guys, not daily. So, do the math. It's been a long time. Hey, Karen, being the current queen of Flat Earth, it must be hard to find Flat Earth friends. See, I know the commercial that'll eventually be coming up later. So, Stefan, hopefully you're going to be listening for that. Do you know an easy way to find cool people like yourself and solid info about our stationary horizontal level plane?
Why, yes, that would be the Flat Earth Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app.
Yep, it's the perfect gift for friends, family, and complete strangers. Watch the feature video every day for 2 weeks and see what happens. It'll be the best $2.99 you've ever spent. Don't forget, you can also find this program on BitChute and Brighteon, Rockfin and Rumble, and all sorts of different alien civilizational languages and other dimensions. YouTube is not the end of Flat Earth. It is just the beginning. Shout outs, obviously, to Flat Earther Stefan Carpenter of the Deftones. Is he up in the corner still?
He sure is.
Fair enough. Support the Flat Earth cause. I get the raw feed if anyone doesn't know this. Support the Flat Earth cause and get the coolest hoodies ever. Go to the strong.family. Also, quick shout out to, it's going to throw you guys, Asmongold TV channel on YouTube. Why? Because he did me a big favor, which was, a lot of people don't know that just before the pandemic, I did an interview where they flew me over to London, and I did British morning television. And the reason why a lot of people don't know this is because I was not allowed to post it on my channel, because when you do big networks like that, it's like, sorry, we're not, you don't get to put it on your thing. It's only going to be on ours. You can link to it. So what I did not know was that some people had chopped it up, put it on TikTok, and then Asmongold TV decided he was going to do a review on it just recently, a couple days ago. Mm-hmm. So out of the blue, for no apparent reason that I know of, wink, nudge, he decided to do a review on it. And there you go. So now I could take it and I can put it on my channel, and the UK doesn't come after me, and hopefully Asmongold doesn't come after me as well, because I really like him. It's like, Mark, why are you talking him up? Are you dating him? It's like, no, I'm not. I'm not dating him. One, because I'm too old for him. And two, because I'm pretty sure we're both not gay. Yeah. Yeah. However, the old part actually hit me this morning, by the way, which was, it all of a sudden occurred to me. I've reached that age, because my birthday was just before yours, but I'm quite a bit older, is that if you get to the point where when you try to do an argument with somebody or want to make a point and you use the reference, why, I was doing that thing before you were a gleam in your daddy's eye, when that thought actually starts crossing your mind that you might use that, yeah, you're getting to that point. Because all of a sudden it occurred to me, because it's like, oh yeah, Asmongold, he's been basically a gaming channel, has been gaming his whole life. That's what he's been doing. And then it occurred to me, it's like, well, I won my first gaming tournament 7 years before Asmongold was born. It's like, Oh
Wow.
God, did I actually say? And he's like 30, he's in early 30s. So do the math on that one and figure out. It's like, oh wow, that's really, yeah. So I've reached that stage. So anyway, thank you, Asmongold. Hopefully you don't give me any crap for putting it on my channel, but I didn't want to do a reaction. I thought I pretty much was okay because normally you're supposed to do a reaction to the video if you, but I can't. But it'd be like, hey, I'm not going to do a Mark reacts to Asmongold reacting to Philip and Holly reacting to Mark's flat Earth theory. It just gets redundant at that point. Then it just loops back on itself. It's like, nope. I was the one that started it in the first place, so I'm not gonna. You just get meta, I think. It's like, because then I'm kind of reviewing my own work. It'd be scary. All right. Anyway, meetups, shall we? So if you didn't see me on British TV, and don't give me any crap for it, because I was on. I remember when you're doing network television, you got maybe 10 minutes. It's like, I don't like trying to explain flat Earth in 10 minutes to anybody, especially when they're hitting you with stuff. So people say, oh, it's not your best work. It's like, you do better in 10 minutes.
I thought it was pretty good.
I thought it was pretty good too. I just don't like watching the video. I will listen to that. I will listen to the audio of it, but the video, it's like I look at it, it's like, oh God.
It was pretty good. There's a lot of people who might talk smack, but if they're in that position, they might not have done as well as you. It's not as easy as it seems to like be on TV and do these interviews and be put on the spot by people.
Right.
Hey,
thank you, Karen. I appreciate that. And yeah, I mean, yeah, when you, granted, I've done enough interviews, but you never know what you're walking into. And again, it's live television. So,
yeah.
You're there. Thank God it wasn't like in front of a studio audience or anything like that. But I mean, everyone's against you. Producers, everyone's got their earpieces. They're hitting you. Everything's choreographed. You're not choreographed. It's like you're supposed to react to what they're doing. Hey, by the way, Brittany, I'm supposed to do a special shout out to Brittany, Master Gunner's daughter. She turned 33 yesterday. Oh, special 33. Yeah. So Brittany, if you're listening,
happy birthday, Brittany.
Happy birthday to you.
Where's
my new shirt? You should be designing new shirts for me. There you go.
I designed a new shirt for you. You don't like it?
I love all the shirts you make for me, Karen. I do. All right.
I have to get one made for you though.
Meetups. Let's jump to meetups. I have 3 on mine. What do you got?
I don't know. Let me see. I always forget to bring that up.
Oh, let me listen while you're looking. The first one I've got on my list is going to be in Bournemouth, UK, May 30th, with virtual David Weiss, not AI David Weiss, virtual David Weiss. You can actually talk to him, and I'm pretty sure he's real, or 90% real. And you can check out that one on my channel. And then June 11th, I will be at the Seattle meetup. It's in Bellevue, which is right next to Seattle, with Ted. Ted is going to be flying in for that one. And I will be there as well. So have fun with you guys. That runs from 5 until midnight, although I do not think I will be staying to midnight because I want to catch the last boat home. Because you remember, the boats to the island here do not run 24/7. So I don't want to sit down at the ferry dock at 5 a.m. looking for donuts. And last but not least, the month of June 24th, Los Angeles. I will be flying down with Renee and crew. They are bringing me in for the Los Angeles meetup. So all the information for that is on my channel. Those promos will be there until the meetups are over, and then I remove them because otherwise my channel would be freaking massive, just be stuffed with meetups. I had to delete hundreds of those things at one point. There were so many meetups that I had in there. Do you have any others besides those 3?
There's some stuff on flatearthfestivals.com in the meetups tab for some things that are being put together in Arizona. There's Salt River Tubing next weekend. And then there's a conspiracy book club there. And then, of course, I have the information for the Bellevue, Washington meetup there. And then there's also Jammin' the Plane, which is going to be June 16th through the 18th. That's that camp out on private property in Colorado Springs. And then there's the monthly stuff still there. So yeah,
Cool.
check it out.
Right on. And if you guys are wondering, sometimes I ask, it's like, what are Karen's hand tattoos about? It's like, look, in his dying will, Karen's paternal grandfather, Aleister Crowley,
Nobody
said,
asked me that.
What? It's not just rumor, Karen. He said that she should, and he drew these sacred designs on some sort of parchment. I don't know if it was made out of human skin. Anyway, so she took it to the tattoo parlor. I'm pretty sure the artist he died shortly after he made those on your hands.
No,
He
stop
didn't?
it. No, these are by Watson Atkinson.
They are very
And
cool.
he's still alive, and he still does really cool tattoos. And I just had them recently added to. You can't see it, but
I can see a lot. That's a lot of ink, Karen. Seriously, there's not a lot of people that have that sort of ink on their hands, so it's very, very cool. I mean, seriously, that's better. That's better than Ozzy and his guitarist combined.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, let's go to the headlines. We got some. So the first one, as you know, the show is called Not Your Hero, and it has to do with a man named Elon Musk. And you know what? I'll just say it. I hate him. I hate him. That's it. Good night, everybody. That's the show.
I hate him.
I hate him. He's just so terrible. He is, you know what bugs me about him more than anything is that he is, because I know what they were looking for. Look, I'm in the mind of the world order. I know what they think. I know what they want. And they have wanted a billionaire toy puppet for years and years and years, and they never got it. Bill Gates was just a freaking nerd that could have been an extra in Revenge of the Nerds at any given point, and he was just too nerdy to be influential at all. Jeff Bezos, he just looks like a freaking villain most of the time, a cross between Dr. Evil and
Yeah, he definitely looks like a psychopath.
Yeah, and Lex Luthor. He just there's nothing is like, no, we just need to get him off camera. And then you got Zuckerberg, who looks like he is caught in the like deer in the headlights stare 24/7.
He looks like a robot.
He does. He's just when he looks at the camera, it's like, wow, what the hell is going on behind those eyes? Because I'm reading the same thing every time. So Americans, we got nothing. They could not find a billionaire puppet, so we had to import one. And the guy they got was from South Africa. For most people had forgotten, it's like he's not even American. We got Elon Musk. And then they just built up on the rumors. At least I will say this. I am glad that they didn't continue the PayPal rumor that he started PayPal. At least they got that out of the way. He did not start PayPal. But at one point they were tacking that on there. It's like, oh, he was influential in PayPal. He absolutely was not. Was he in on the IPO? Oh yeah, you bet he was. But again, he did not found Tesla Motors. All right. It's like, oh, he's all about green, man. He's green technology. He's going to move us forward. It's like, no, he didn't found Tesla Motors. He bought Tesla Motors. He didn't buy it just to be green. He bought it to make money. And he's subsidized hugely by our government through the whole Tesla Motors thing. Did he start SpaceX? Yeah, but he did it with our government's help. I mean, SpaceX is really just a freaking side project cousin of the American Defense Department. They're completely all filled with NASA employees. But the big thing is they use NASA launch sites. NASA is a direct competitor to SpaceX. So why is NASA helping them? It's like you're cutting in the bottom line. But the thing that the part, again, you wait, Karen. In 3 years, you will ask kids, it's like, who founded Twitter? I guarantee you it'll happen. Provided no dystopia happens before then. It's like, who founded Twitter? 3 years from now, kids will be like, oh, Elon Musk founded Twitter. No, he didn't. He didn't even want to buy Twitter. He just mentioned just in passing because he does whatever our government tells him to. It's like, oh, hey, I'd buy it at $52 a share or whatever the hell. Was it 54 peanut or 52 or something like that? And they said, oh, that's legally binding. Just because you said that, that's legally binding. We are going to force you. We will sue you if you don't buy it now. And they're like, crap. So his lawyer said, no, yeah, basically it'll be cheaper for you to buy it and then destroy it. So he buys it. And now everyone's saying, well, he's buying it because he's going to clean it up and it's going to be free speech. It's going to be a free speech platform. It's no, it's absolutely not.
People still lose their accounts over there. It did get more fun, though, I will say. I've been spending more time on Twitter because it did get more fun.
Well, more entertaining, sure. But as you know, we won't talk about this tonight, but the person that's taking over for him is absolutely part of the machine.
Oh, yeah. That's when I was like, oh, well, it was fun for a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fun for a minute.
This headline here, because as you know, because people ask me, it's like, is Elon going to be our hero? Is he going to be our savior? Is he Tony Stark? It's like, no, he is none of those things. He is a government puppet. He has been since freaking minute one. This story out of TMZ, a perfect example of it, which is, as you know, Elon's like, oh, Tucker, I've got a place for you now that you were fired from Fox. You can come on to Twitter and be all free speech. And then the next thing you know, it's like, oh, Elon Musk makes play for Don Lemon, who was also fired from CNN. Instantly playing both sides. Instantly. He is not on your team. He's not on anybody's team. Except the World Order team. So, yeah. You know what? I'm just going to circle back to my original statement. I hate him. Just freaking hate him. And again, I understand. He's like, he is the guy. They're not going to let him. It's like, he's young enough. We are going to ride this one for as long as humanly possible. I mean, he does this. Next thing you know, they try to put him in the headlines. It's like, oh, we're going to try to loosely tie him to the whole Epstein Island thing. And then he comes on and makes, oh, that's outrageous. Yeah, I wouldn't take advice, any advice from that guy and blah, blah, blah. It's like they can just keep him in the headlines constantly. Whatever he says, front page somewhere. All right, moving on. We're a little behind schedule. Okay, next one down. So guys, stop emailing me and asking me if Elon's going to save us. Flat earthers fly a rogue aircraft over Antarctica and get nice, and get intercepted, right? And this story was from, when was this story? Not long ago, but they used old footage. There's not flat earthers. It has nothing to do with us. It is a news team that did it some years ago, and they decided to repurpose it and make a completely new article about it.
I don't remember hearing about this.
You do or don't?
I don't.
Yeah, that's because it was a while ago. It was just some news team talking about Antarctica, and and they showed, they had cut scenes. It wasn't like a rogue news team. They had a whole nother camera team at the Air Force base that was scrambling fighters to intercept you if they had to, and then they were escorting them down to show that you couldn't fly unescorted over Antarctica. Yeah, new article, old footage. So thanks for that, guys. Next one down, space story. Okay, rare ocean planet found that is twice the size of Earth. Hundreds of light years away, could prove a key to our understanding of planetary formations. Blah, 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 blah. 245 light years away, and we supposedly can see that it has oceans. Right, whatever. Complete and utter crap. Moving on. Next one down. This one from futurism.com. Honestly, if you ever go to a futurism website, just assume that there is a 99% chance that whatever they're talking about here is not going to happen. It's just not. The MT Gox guy is back, and he says he's launching a space station. It's an ambitious project for someone with zero aerospace industry experience.
So stupid.
It's a California-based space startup company called Vast. He's going to team up with SpaceX.
Sure.
And here's the sad thing. Even though full well this thing's not going anywhere, he's probably going to get funding. I bet you he gets investors, because Elon will probably be at some of the meetings, and Elon will be like, thumbs up, guys. Let's do this.
And if you ever look in comments to some of these things, like the funding for these space agencies and stuff, like people will poo-poo it, and then those like 30 people attached to that one comment against it that are like, we need to fund space travel. We need to fund, like they are like, people love to throw their money in space.
Yep.
They love it. They love it.
They do. No one is ever short of, because it's forward thinking. Always forward. It's like, oh, space, it's the future. It's like, you've been saying that.
It's the final frontier, man.
You've been doing this for decades. You've been throwing all this money, and the investors get just dicked. All right, moving on. Next one down. This from it's one of my favorites. NBC News. Snapchat influencer launches an AI-powered virtual girlfriend to help cure loneliness. Karen AI is an AI-powered chatbot modeled after influencer Karen Marjorie.
Why are they using Karen?
Why are they? No, she's. Oh yeah, sorry about that.
She is,
but it's spelled wrong. It's a Caryn. But here's the thing. So Karen Marjorie wanted to talk to as many of her followers as she could, so she made an AI clone of herself. The influencer, who has 1.8 million subs, launched an AI-powered voice-based chatbot that she hopes will cure loneliness. Whatever. She wants to cure low numbers in her bank account is what she wants to do.
Right.
Described on its website as a virtual girlfriend, it allows Marjorie's fans to enjoy private, personalized conversations with an AI version of the influencer. The bot has gone viral, blah, blah, blah. Let's see here. In her Twitter bio, calls herself the first influencer transformed into AI. Jumping on this one. In a tweet, she wrote, the first step in the right direction to cure loneliness. She's 23. Let me see here. Men are told, blah, blah, blah. Let's see here. There was something I really wanted to catch.
This part here where it says she's worked with the world's leading psychologists.
Right. Yeah, a bunch of crap. Forever Voices, an AI company, developed the chatbot by analyzing Marjorie's now deleted YouTube content. So she's torched everything else. She's hinging it all. I bet you she makes money off this thing. Layering it with OpenAI's GPT-4 software. John Meyer of Forever Voices did not immediately respond to a request for comment because here's the thing, right? Let me see here. Supposedly she generated 71 grand in the first week of beta testing. Because this is, you can imagine, right, what guys are going to want to hear from her.
Right, they can make her say whatever they want her to say.
Exactly. Fans reportedly pay $1 per minute to use the chatbot, and there are currently over 1,000 users. I bet you that goes up. While Karen AI aims to give users an intimate experience, it is not supposed to engage in sexually explicit interactions. However, after outlets reported that the chatbot does so when prompted, of course it does, she issued a statement to insiders saying that the AI was not programmed to do this and it seemed to go rogue. It went on its own. And yeah, it's talking dirty on its own. You had nothing to do with it, right?
Oh my God.
My team and I are working around the clock to prevent this from happening again. But so much. No, they're not. They're absolutely not. That's the point. That's why they're paying $1 per minute. Where do you think that 70 grand that first week came from?
What do you mean it's not supposed to engage in sexually explicit interactions? I thought that was the whole point.
Well, Karen,
that's the point.
Officially, yes, absolutely.
Come on.
Officially, you're not supposed to admit that. That's why she said, well, I don't know why it's talking dirty. I didn't do it. Like, yeah, whatever. That's what the guy, yeah. So I will do a follow-up on this and see where this takes her.
They're working around the clock to prevent it from happening again. Yeah, sure they are.
Sure they are.
We got to prevent that $72,000 in 1 week from ever happening again.
Yeah.
Never again.
Yeah, exactly. All they have to do is the ratio, and it's like, so how many of them are talking dirty? Oh, 80%? Yeah, so we're working on that. You're not working on that. Okay. Let's do one more and then we'll come back with Lucky Unlucky. Okay. Last one before we go to our first break. This is from NASA.gov. By the way, I do not endorse anyone to go to her website. This is from NASA.gov, which means it's absolutely positively true, and you can believe everything they say. 2 for 2. NASA launches second super pressure balloon from New Zealand. So they're now launching balloons, right, from New Zealand, and they're treating it like it's a new thing. Yep, because it's a bigger balloon. NASA's scientific balloon program has launched a second football stadium-sized heavy lift super balloon from the airport in New Zealand. Yep. Just give out a little glimmer of truth and say, you what? Because you haven't been launching balloons for 50 years, 60 years, basically ever since NASA was founded. You don't run the entire helium program of the world at all? No. Nope.
Kind of like how they keep recycling the "we grew lettuce in space" story.
Yeah. Okay. When we come back, we will do a lucky unlucky and some fun clown worlds for you. So, but now we're going to go to our first break. Karen, hit that music, won't you?
Absolutely.
Are you a blue dot? Those questioning where we live are not just here. They are everywhere. Of course, this info is hidden from you, but the app shows you that no matter where you go, you aren't alone. We are everywhere, and we are growing.
Oh, is this the one?
Yeah, this is the commercial.
Find your tribe today.
Stefan's probably freaking out right now.
I know, I didn't tell him.
It's like, what's happening? You get the track.
Shout out to Karen B, Mark Sargent, David Weiss. I'll be checking out that video this weekend at the Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app on YouTube. Or
Karen's register.
You gotta look at this. Look at the feed.
I'll rewind it.
Join me, Karen B, every moon day at 9:30 a.m. for
new?
Coffee Talk on YouTube,
Yeah, I changed that a
Rumble,
little
and
bit.
Rockfin.
Every moon day.
You never know what you'll learn about in the coffee shop. Open topic and open phones, y'all. Join me.
back to Strange Worlds, part 2 of 4. It's you, me, and the always lovely Karen B. And yeah, you know what? That was Joe Jackson stepping out from his album
Night and Day.
Yep. You got an email before we go to Lucky Unlucky. We got an email after last week's show. Person that first watched it on video. A lot of people don't know they're listening to the audio version, and we're actually, if you want to see us live, well, it was Karen, really. She's the looker. She's the on-air talent. I'm just kind of filling in the blank there. And plus, my skin does not react well to cameras, so sometimes I'll absolutely go transparent. I will, like a kind of a chameleon sort of thing. I will get keyed out and go partially invisible, which is so weird because I've got a green screen behind me, and as you know, my skin is not green. So weird. Anyway, the email goes like this. Hey, Mark, I think maybe this was the first time you guys actually upload the show as if it was live and both you were on the screen. That is not true. That is not true. You must be watching Karen's channel because I only upload the audio part. I absolutely loved it, giving the show another dimension for me, as up until now, I was only able to listen to it. Very good commercial for the food truck, and seeing it on the screen. What you're actually talking about was also awesome. Really cool pictures from the 80s. Good to hear that you guys here had the same rules and the bike stories as we did behind the Iron Curtain, where I am from originally. Ah, cool. I did not know you were related to Bjorn Borg. Peanut, help me out there. You don't know what that means. But this guy is he grew up in Russia, so you never know. You guys keep up the good work, and that's from Jan.
Thank you.
Yeah. So very cool. So yes, if you want to watch the video version, if you're listening to the one on my channel, the audio only, and you want to see, again, why you would want to see us in person, who knows? But it's on.
It's a totally different experience. It's the same show, but there's two different experiences if you watch it on Mark's channel versus.
That's true. If you on my channel, you'll get a slideshow with David Weiss slides, patent pending. And on Karen's channel, you'll get the live video feed and all sorts of fun, cool stuff. So, yeah. So thank you. Cool stuff. We're doing Lucky Unlucky. So let's get right to it. First off, this is Lucky. We'll start with Lucky. Jamie Foxx doing physical rehab in Chicago, family by his side. Jamie Foxx continues to receive medical treatment after his serious health scare last month in Atlanta when he was filming a movie. And by the way, he still is not, they had to get a stuntman to finish up the movie. But he's now in a new city at a facility touted as the top physical medicine and rehabilitation center in the country. Now that's interesting because, as you know, last week, his daughter came out and said, oh, no, he's been home for weeks. And in fact, he's been playing pickleball. That's kind of odd. Somebody's lying.
Yeah.
And I wonder if it's his daughter, because you see his daughter, if you scroll down, let's see if we can find her. She's the one in the jeans on the right-hand side. She is supposed to be doing a television show with him. They are supposed to be doing a father-daughter television show soon. So she has a vested interest to keep him absolutely, the media machine going. It's like, oh, no, he's fine. He's absolutely fine. He's going to do the TV show. He's fine. He's absolutely fine. It's like, really? Because we haven't seen a video clip from him at all since this thing happened. We got nothing. We got people with flowers and balloons wearing masks. We got nobody. So where is he? Where is he? And why do I bring that up? Well, let's go to the next headline. See the next one down. And I'm hoping it doesn't turn out like this. Demar Hamlin, you remember him? He was the NFL football player that didn't get hit really at all and just died on the field from a heart attack. And then 3 months later, he got cleared to play, cleared to go to training camp. All the doctors said, oh, thumbs up. Everybody's great. Totally go. It's like, really? Because he had a major heart attack and actually died on the field and then died again in the ambulance. But you're going to clear him to play? So what happened this week? Oh, he wins the NFL Adversity Award because, he was dead. That automatically gives you the award after suffering cardiac arrest during a game. He's now 25, by the way. Yeah. So I'm hoping that So again, whatever miracle cure or whatever they did, and I do not want to throw the word clone out. I don't. I'm not a huge believer in clones for something like this because it's too specialized. I don't like using the word clone, but whatever miracle cure they threw at this guy, he's up and running. He's doing, but he's still, if you ever listen to him in interviews, he is not the most
He doesn't look so hot in these pictures, I have to say.
yeah, he's not the
Let's
most
put
dynamic
this
guy in the
better
world.
days.
Jamie Foxx is a comedian by trade. Getting him back up to that sort of level, that's a whole nother thing. So I don't know what they're going to do with Jamie. I just don't. So anyways, will we get that sort of same thing? Because the longer the Jamie stays out, the room mills is going to start churning until all of a sudden he does a public service announcement. But I thought Demar was done. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. All right, next one down. So those two guys are still lucky. The rest of these people, not so lucky. Next one down. This is from Twitter. Ottawa, Ontario, Mickey Geller. And I would say, just by looking at him, he is a medical grade Chad, member of the junior national water ski team. He caught the case of suddenly, and he is done. He is gone. Yep.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, he looked pretty much in shape to me. That guy's jacked. Good Lord, for a water skier. Woo. Yeah, so much for that. Next one down. This is from TMZ.com. And again, thank you, Peanut Gallery, for having me go in every freaking day to the worst rag in the United States and possibly the world. The worst gossip rag ever, which is TMZ. It's just a gossip paper. That's all it freaking is. Jacqueline Zeman. She died at the age of 70. She was a long time soap opera actress on General Hospital for 40 years. And she died of what? 70. We do it. No cause of death. We're not even going to talk about it here. Nope. Nothing. Got nothing. So, but she died at the age of 70.
It's unclear how she died.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it says.
Unclear. Suddenly, unexpectedly, brief illness, short illness. Whatever. All right, next one down. Also from, no, this is from Fox News. Fox News. This is, and I'm still trying to figure this one out because of what Peanut said earlier. High school athlete in Nebraska dies after collapsing at track practice. Now, this is him in his football outfit. He's 18. His name is Hunter Palmer. And I am assuming this is a new trend. That is a mouth guard. So are the new mouth guards, do they kind of look like metallic pacifiers?
I don't know.
So, yeah, anyway, he was doing track practice and he just dropped during practice. And as you know, there's not a lot of EMTs around track practices. And so by the time they got to him, it was over. He was also a high jumper and relay. Yeah, he was super fast and super in shape. But something happened. I don't know what it was. Mystery. Next one down, TMZ. Again, love TMZ so much. I don't love him as much as I do Elon Musk, though. Don't. Boxer Kenneth Egano dead at 22. What happened? He collapsed after a fight. Up and coming Filipino bantamweight boxer who had only one loss in his career collapsed in the ring after the fight was over. Did he win? I think he did. I think he won and then he lost. So yeah, scary moment. You can see holding him up. They didn't know. They thought, of course, after a fight, it's like, oh, he's tired. Just get him a chair. A chair. Like, no, man. No, it's over. It's over. It's done. Peanut, look up what's bantamweight. What's the classification on that? Is that 100 and 120? 120 to 130 pounds? Anyway, the guy was in peak physical form. Next one down. And this one will be the last of the lucky unluckies, which is, we're not going to leave the Canadians out. 14-year-old hockey player Wow, coincidence. Right after practice. Yeah. Passes away right after that. That's what happened to him. He had difficulty breathing, fell to his knees, gave him CPR, ambulance showed up, and he flatlined in the ambulance on the way to the hospital.
Wow.
Yep.
14. That's sad.
Yeah, it is. But again, the mystery. Hang on, Peanut's writing me. Weight limits. Yeah, it was close. 118 pounds. Yeah, bantamweight limit is 118. You can only be up to 118 pounds. That's light. That's in fact that's let's think that's one of the lightest, right?
Yeah.
Bantam.
Is that less than featherweight?
Is feather below or above bantam? You'll have to let me know. But anyway, the point was getting at is that this suddenly unexpectedly it's crossing all about it doesn't matter nationality, race, age, sport, all same. We're seeing it over and over and over again. Peanut is typing before we go to Clown World. Featherweight, it is lighter. Bantamweight's the lightest. Featherweight is 126. Hard to believe that 8 pounds difference. Whoa.
It's not much.
No, that is not. But yeah, when it comes to boxing, you guys don't know. All things being equal, bigger is better. Kinetic energy is kinetic energy. So let us go to Clown Worlds, shall we? Got time? Everything's good? Yep. Okay, let's talk about a few of these. We got 4 of them. First one from TMZ Sports. Again, thank God. God bless TMZ. Cheating Ohio fisherman sentenced to jail after stuffing walleyes, that's a fish, with weights. Okay, now just so you guys know, putting weights because in fish is an old trick because you already have tons and tons of lead weights in your tackle box at any given point. So if you're doing a fishing tournament, if you think you can get away with it, throw in a couple ounces down those, the gullets of a fish, you might be able to pull it off. However, let's look at this a little closer. The 2 guys were caught stuffing their prized catches with weights to try to win a Lake Erie fishing tournament last year and now have to spend time behind bars over their cheating ways. Now, Peanut disagrees. It's like, come on. It's like, really? They're going to jail for this? Well, let's look at this. According to the court records, Jacob and Chase showed up in court to learn their fate at a sentencing hearing in Ohio. Apparently, the judge was not amused. Records show that both men were sentenced to 10 days. That's not a lot. 10 days in jail during the proceedings. They also have to serve a year and a half of probation, and they're going to pay fines. The sentencing was handing down 2 months after the guys cut a deal with prosecutors in the case, one in which they each agreed to plead guilty to 1 felony. Wow. Felony count of cheating. That's a thing?
Felony count of cheating?
I've never heard that. And I've spent time in court. I've never heard of this. In 1 misdemeanor count of illegal animal ownership. What? In exchange for officials dropping the 2 other charges. What were those, I wonder?
Illegal animal ownership.
I know. Let's see here. Accused of, let's say, they put metal balls and fish fillets. Wow. Inside fish fillets. Brilliant. Inside their walleyes to make them heavier on the scales. Initially, they said they weren't guilty, but they got them. 10 days in jail. You know how it goes, right? Judge out in rural Ohio, like, I'm gonna make an example of you boys so that nobody else does it again.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they did.
Probably the fines are probably the worst part.
Oh, it's gonna hurt. You bet it's gonna hurt. But we'll get to what really hurts soon enough. Next one down. Now, this is kind of tied into the lucky unlucky we did a week ago or 2 weeks ago. So you remember the stunning Kim Kardashian lookalike who died of suddenly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, the photos are just, oh my God.
Oh my, dude,
Yeah.
that is so weird.
What throws me, it's like, look, everybody knows fake boobs, been around for a long time, right? That was like one of the first things that were created artificially. But the butt implants, they just look so cartoonish, so out of place. Like it's a skinny white girl with, I mean, is that 30 pounds
the
of
tits
ass?
are cartoon. The tits are cartoonish too, though. I mean,
the tits are cartoonish too, but the butt doesn't even look. The butt looks animated. I mean,
it doesn't even look right.
No,
None
it
of
doesn't
it looks right. But it's like the butt is just way weird, man.
Yeah,
That's
the butt
so weird.
The butt sticks out almost as far as the boobs stick out on the top end. Yeah, it's just
Donna's got her butt looking like that. She's been getting butt injections too, or implants, or whatever it is they're doing.
Wow. Oh, anyway, sorry. I probably read the story on this. So remember, she died of suddenly. Well, oh no, remember I said that people are in such denial, no matter who drops from whatever they were doing last, that's what they're going to pin it on. Remember the young girl that was spraying underarm deodorant? That's like, it's the deodorant. We got to sue that company. Or the I joked about the girl that died in the shower when she was in France, the American that was in France. And it's like, well, it's obviously the French water. They should sue the French government. But in this case, they are going after the plastic surgeon that allegedly gave butt injections without a license. Yep. There's an arrest and death of OnlyFans model Kim Kardashian lookalike. They're busting the surgeon out of Florida, charging her with 2 felonies: involuntary manslaughter and practicing medicine without a license. Yep, got to pin it on somebody. There you go. Good stuff. And Peanut's quote is actually pretty good. How do you get a license to do butt injections? I think it's generic. I think it's not specific to just butts. Oh, okay, let's move on. Next one down. You think that wasn't bad enough? Okay, so that one again was tied. The first one was tied to social media. She has an OnlyFans account, which is basically private porn. If you guys don't know what OnlyFans is, it's women that are on, I don't know what servers they use, but they're doing private porn stuff on camera for private donors. But she had herself altered to look like Kim Kardashian. Right? This guy, though, this story, this is the pinnacle of social media idiocy, which is YouTuber Trevor Jacob admits to crashing his plane for views. So I remember this was 3 years ago. It took him this long for the court thing to move forward. So what he figured out, he knew how to fly his own plane and he knew how to skydive. Instant light bulb. Wait, I have something that'll totally go viral. I'm going to fly my plane and pretend that it has trouble, and then I'm going to jump out and let the plane crash. I'll survive and I'll film the whole thing. And it won't look staged at all.
Right.
Yeah, well, that didn't work very well. So Trevor Jacob, 29 now, posted a video of the plane crash on YouTube in December 21, implying there was an accident. 2.9 million views. In a plea agreement, he said he filmed the video as part of a product sponsorship deal. He could face up to 20 years in prison. The 29-year-old pilot and skydiver had agreed to plead guilty to 1 felony count of destruction and concealment with the intent to obstruct a federal investigation. So he was fighting the cops the entire way. Yikes. Anyway, so in 21, he flew out of Santa Barbara on a solo flight with cameras mounted on his plane. Why? Why would he have cameras? Along with the cameras, he took a parachute with him and a selfie stick. Dude, he could have been more obvious. And so anyway, they're all saying it's like he never intended to reach his destination, and then he lied to everybody, and also he crashed the plane into a national park. That's what really, I think, got him in trouble. It's like, who's going to retrieve that thing? Who's going to pay for the retrieval of this thing?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Let's see here. He reported the crash to the NTSB, who said he was responsible for preserving the wreckage, according to the plea agreement. He later claimed he did not know the location of the site. Lie. He did, and returned by helicopter and secured and removed the wreckage, which he later destroyed. And he's going to be going to court. So he hasn't even gone to court yet. And his pilot's license was revoked during this entire thing. Shocking. Hope it was worth it, man. Hope it was worth it. Yeah.
This is people doing stupid stuff for attention. People love attention, man. We love attention.
Yep. However, what we're going to end Clown World on has nothing to do with attention. This is just people doing dumb stuff. This is from the Daily Mail. You want to know why Britain runs so many stories on the US? Because we do stuff like this. Man, 30 years old, dies with ping pong ball up his ass after being electrocuted while pleasuring himself. Let me elaborate a little bit here. Man, I'm going to read this article. I got time. I'm going to read this. Peanut Gallery's just cringing. He's like, oh God, no. A man died with a ping pong ball in his, I'm just going to say his ass. They keep, the British, in his ass after being electrocuted while pleasuring himself. The single 30-year-old from the Czech Republic. Oh, I'm sorry. He wasn't, wait, where was he, I wonder? Who lived at home with his parents. You did this at home while your parents were home? Was found dead on the floor of his bedroom by firefighters who were forced to kick his door down. He was wearing, well, at least he locked the door. He was wearing a one-piece woman's swimsuit.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, he went full freak. He went full freak show and had never go full freak show, and had tightly wrapped his legs, trunk, and neck in straps of plastic and fabric. Oh man, I would love to see the pics on
God.
this. His concerned parents sought help after he failed to open his locked door, despite them knocking for a long time.
How sad.
You in there, honey? Doctors revealed in a report outlining the unusual circumstances of his death. Police found an electric massage device laying next to the unidentified man's body, which was still connected to the mains. Electricity. The diagram is priceless, by the way. Absolutely freaking priceless. So police found an electric massage device laying next to this man's body, which was connected. Another object about 9 centimeters in length was also lodged in his rectum. That, the doctor said, was a round plastic cylinder on which the ping pong ball fixed with a plastic wrap was placed. I don't even have the... Tests showed the one-handed device, which had signs of wear, had malfunctioned while plugged in. Burns on the man's skin inches above his penis corresponded with the outer shape of the massage device's head. As such, his death was ruled to be down to an accidental electrocution to autoerotic manipulation.
Oh my God.
An autopsy carried out 48 hours later revealed a strange foreign body in his intestine as well. And I don't want to draw this out too much, but I got to finish this. It was a fancy condom in a plastic translucent box onto which a label was fixed with the victim's first name marked with a black inscription. Had his name on it? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, he died horribly. Just so you guys know, he has suffered internal organ congestion, swelling in the lungs and brain due to trapped fluid while blood was found trapped in his heart chambers. He had a heart attack and an aneurysm. Everything happened at once. He was never opening that friggin' door. So yeah. So anyway, the article ends with this. This is partly due to the number of nerves in the anus, making it highly sensitive, so it can also stimulate the prostate in men. For women, it can also indirectly stimulate parts of the vagina. But the insertion of objects into a rectum, also known as anal play, carries a number of risks. You think? As well as getting stuck objects, they can also potentially trigger bleeding in the gut and perforate the bowel, which can be deadly. That's the end of the article. So I want to mention just in passing here before we get to our second break, where you guys are thinking, oh God, I need a drink or something to smoke, because you're never going to get that out of your head, is that this sort of thing happens all the time. I knew a guy when I was in Boulder, Colorado. I knew a proctologist, a friend of a friend. Went to a Super Bowl party at his house. And he was always like on edge. And it's like, why? It's like always prepared to leave. And it's like, why? He goes, dude, weekends and holidays and stuff like Super Bowls and stuff. He goes, I get called away. You don't understand. Proctologists make tons of money going into the office after hours because that's when all the fun stuff happens. Like, he goes, men just get really drunk or really high or both, and then just start playing with a whole bunch of things and seeing where something fits where it shouldn't, and it gets stuck. And the next thing you know, I have to get a phone call, and I go, get in there.
Good God Almighty.
So it happens all as you're thinking, oh, this is rare. No, it is not. Now, that he died, yes, that's rare. But most of the time, it's just a short visit to the hospital, and then you never want to speak about it ever again. And there you go. There's your clown world for you. I don't know if I can top that. All right. When we come back, we will take your phone calls. So, Karen, let's take that second break music, shall we?
Yes, I think we need one. Hey, are you a foodie? Are you looking for the best salsas and hot sauce to serve at your next Mexican cultural appropriation party? A salsa that will knock your guests on their rear ends? Or maybe you're just looking for that authentic roasted chili flavor. Imperio Salsa is small batch and handcrafted with choice non-GMO ingredients. It is legit my favorite salsa ever. Support your local flat earther and go to imperiosalsa.com and order some of the most authentic flavored salsa I have had in a very long time. Shipping is included on all USA orders, and oh, look at this. The more you order, the more you save. They have some of the best seasonings that go great on your homemade guacamoles and quesadillas or whatever you like. They are the bomb. Season your meat with it. Season everything with it. Go get it. Keep it flat. Eat my salsa.
Dodge, man. We're going to Vegas.
What are you talking about, Vegas?
Vegas, baby, Vegas.
What do you mean, Vegas?
Vegas, Las Vegas.
I'm not going to no Vegas.
Yeah, I think, you know what, man? We're going to go to Vegas, and...
when are we going to Vegas?
We're gonna give Daddy the Rain Man suite. Do you dig that? We're going to Vegas, Mike. Vegas! You think we get there by midnight? Honey, we're gonna be up 500 by midnight. Yeah! Vegas! Vegas, baby, Vegas!
One thing to remember here, if you're making still water, it's always flat, always level. So every little line that you put in it must be basically flat. You can go anywhere you want to go with it, but you have to keep them straight. In still water, it's always flat, always level.
I'm in a cult, 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 I'm in a cult. I'm at the Grove, Bohemian. I drink the juice, the chocolate milk, the holy cow. I wear the sneaks, tip up the beat on the 33.
Welcome back to Strange Worlds, part 3 of 4. It's you, me, and the always wonderful Karen B. Who, by the way, I got a chance to show up early for your stream yesterday.
That's right.
I lucked out. I was getting up early for something else, and it's like, holy crap, Karen's on. I run in there, and it's like, oh, finally get to.
I know you're never in my chat that early.
No, it's just. I mean, you started at what time? Your time?
I start at 9:30 a.m.
9:30. So it's 6:30 my time. That's pretty early for me, but cool. Yeah, it was fun. Phone number to call in, by the way, is 848-222-2480. That is 848-222-2480. In fact, isn't that the same phone number you use for Coffee Talk? Very well. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Let us go to the phone lines. Who can we grab first? Let's grab 505. Shall we? 505, you're up. It's Tuesday.
Mark, Karen, this is a hard one to follow up on. I'm coming back from the break after that story. I almost hung up. I didn't want to be first. Wow. Yeah.
Bring back some memories, does it?
Boy. No, wow. Okay, I'm going to change the subject. Nothing good could come from a conversation on that story. That's for sure. Wow. Wow. But you know, I have heard those stories over the years. I had a friend that was, what was he? He was one of those X-ray techs. And, you know, wow. Yep. Yeah, there was a lot of stories with X-ray techs.
Well, yeah, because the X-ray techs, they're the first ones to see it. They're the ones that have to dish off. Just right. Like, that's a good follow-up. The X-ray guys have to dish off the photos to the shots to the proctologist. But yeah, they look at now. They're not going to. They just look, they're like, oh yeah, we gotta call somebody on this.
Yeah, I think a lot of those X-ray techs keep those. They make copies for themselves to show everybody too.
I would.
That's always the story I've heard. Yeah,
that'd be awesome. At the bar, you break those out like after 2 drinks. Be like, oh yeah, take a look at what this guy did.
Wow. Oh boy.
And then he got the salad talk after the fact. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, man. And I was gonna save you the email, Mark. Is Elon gonna save us?
Thanks, man. By the way, if anyone wants to text me, Elon will save us. Go ahead and I dox myself any chance I get. My phone number is 303-494-6631. Let me know if you think Elon's gonna save us. Elon, he's a bad.
Yeah, I wish we had like an American version of him so that we could feel a little bit better about it. I don't know.
The closest guy we got to that was Steve Jobs. That was about as close as we got.
Oh yeah.
Steve, you got to remember that Steve was all about, it's like, hey man, he was so California. He's like, let's do a bunch of DMT and then come up with products. I was like spending like 3 or 4 hours doing that. And that was him, right? That's like a board meeting. And so it's like, and you approach him, it's like, you see that, you're like, oh, nope. We're not going down that road. He is not New World Order material. He is like, just stay in California, make your freaking things. You'll be fine. But that's the closest we got. So, and
Yeah, you're right. I didn't
Wozniak
even
is-
think about it. No, you're right. He matches that exactly. Wow. Wow, I couldn't resist another Saturn ring story. I saw that today. I don't know if you guys saw that story, but hey, they said that the Saturn rings are much younger than we thought.
What?
They arrived at this conclusion. They're studying how rapidly this dust layer gathers, sort of like how long a surface in your house has been left untouched if you're not very clean by running your finger over it. They're saying that they're getting this from the now retired Cassini spacecraft, which was collecting this before crashing into Saturn's atmosphere. By the way, I hope they bring that back. Maybe they could resurrect that. And then the new age is now estimated to be no older than 400 million years old. 400 million years old. But Saturn itself is around 4.5 billion years old. And then they concluded that the rings could disappear by Saturn's gravity, pulling it all back in, and aren't sure how much longer the rings have. Yeah. I guess the gravity is going to change on Saturn too sometime in millions of years from now.
Right.
I love space stories. I do. Really, really love them.
Yeah, I think this is a second. Yeah, this is a second Saturn ring story in a couple of weeks, and it's different. Yeah. Yeah.
Again, amazing to me that the masses, we just keep feeding them the stories decade after decade, and they just keep, looking up with glints in their eyes. Oh, it's going to be wonderful. It's like, really? Because we've been saying that since the 60s. Never happened.
Yup.
Hotels in space, Jetsons future, robot cars, flying cars, robot servants, ray guns, nothing. Although the phones have been cool. I will say that the phones completely exceeded my expectations. Never thought for a second that phones could do everything. Seriously, who would have thought? It's like, oh no, we can make a computer.
Star Trek-y, yeah.
I mean, there's Steve Jobs for you. Put a computer into this.
Yep.
Into a pack of cigarettes. It's like, what? Just do it, man. I saw it in a vision. It's so high right now. It'll totally happen. The mechanical gnomes told me.
The machine elves.
Yeah, mechanical elves. Karen knows what I'm talking about. They're real, man. They talk to you.
I saw those.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people apparently see those.
Only once though.
You need more times than that?
No, I guess not.
Wow. That's pretty cool. Anyway, what else you got?
11-11.
Uh-oh.
Nah, that 11-11. That's it. That's that. I'm out. That's good for me tonight. Shout out to Jan from Dallas. We love you, Jan. Please call in tonight and keep it flat, everybody. And see you, Mark. See you, Karen.
Yep. Have a good one. I mean, at this point, Jan should get her own T-shirt. So many people know her. Isn't that weird?
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't go to meetups or conferences, but she calls in.
Yeah.
Steady as a rock. All right. Phone number to call in is 848-222-2480. That's 848-222-2480. Nothing odd about that number. Let's pick up 816. Line unmuted. What you got?
Hey, Mark.
Hey.
Hello? Hey, Mark.
Hey.
I got a couple
Oh boy.
I got a couple questions. Hello?
What do you got? What sort of questions do you got?
How so you only by the way, I'm really drunk and I don't know if you're gonna see me or not, but how would be so I don't know if you remember this or not, but you on the radio show in Kansas City about I don't fucking know how long ago, but like Kansas City radio show.
Yep.
It was Johnny Depp's morning show.
Yep. I was on it. I remember it.
Yeah. How do you know? Johnny Depp?
Oh, how did I know them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, the radio show in Kansas City that I did, if I'm not mistaken, what happened there was Mad Mike had been on that show twice. I didn't know those guys, but Mad Mike had been on that show twice. And if you know anything about Mad Mike, who's now the late Mad Mike, he wasn't real good at explaining flat Earth stuff. He was more about the stunts and the rockets. So what happened was they called me just out of the blue and they said, yeah, we've already had him on, and the quote was exactly this: we're just not feeling it with him. Meaning whatever he's saying, he's like just going through the motions. It's like there was like no conviction there at all. So they wanted me to come on and talk about it. So there you go.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Second question. Do you think do you think Jim Brewer is a flat earther?
Jim Brewer? I would think so, because he is a big fan of Alex Michael,
Big
right?
fan of Conspiracy Music Guru, and he had Alex Michael on there. So
yeah. I mean, he wanted. I mean, he was really trying to push to get Conspiracy Music Guru over here to kind of do a joint act together, and I don't think Alex is going to do it. But yeah, I think he's one of ours. You bet.
Do you think if we could get Alex to come to Vegas, do you think Jim Brewer will come too?
Ooh, that's a good question.
It's possible.
Jim might come anyway. We could get Alex to ask Jim, I bet, and Jim might come.
You can ask Jim.
Yeah,
we could ask Jim directly, but I think we can get him. I think quite a few people will come, because don't forget, Vegas is just a couple long golf shots away from Los Angeles. I think it's a perfect chance for celebs to be like, yeah, you know what? Why the hell not? And if they don't like the conference for whatever reason, it's like there's still Vegas. So why the hell not? In fact, there may be people that are already there that accidentally show up. So I don't know if anything, we should check to see what other events might be happening that weekend. So yeah, I think he might show. Sure. I'll go out on a limb.
Yeah.
You don't get unlimited questions, just so you know. Just because I have you, it doesn't mean.
It's all good. Shout out to a list of flat earthers: Lonnie, Interval, fucking everyone.
Cool. Hey, by the way, before I let you go, are you considering going to Vegas?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I got another question. So is it like the hotel is are the tickets on sale now, or is
no, not yet.
No.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. But soon. So
the hotels, either if you haven't had a hotel picked out already.
No, she's
so good.
You got to check the website. Actually, I'll talk about it if you want.
Yeah. Let Karen will tell you what the hotel is. Go ahead.
It's at Sam's Town Hotel and Casino. Okay, I don't have tickets on sale yet. I haven't talked about that yet, but I was gonna talk about it. But I did want to say that I had tickets on sale, but I went to go set it up on my website and I had to update some stuff, and I can't make it go live yet because my website needs a little bit of work. So, but it will be this week, probably the next day or two.
Okay. This is awesome, by the way. My voice hasn't already given away or something. Yeah. You might know who I am, but you might not. My dad's John Armstrong, if you know who that is.
Maybe. I'm terrible at names though, so don't worry. We'll figure it out eventually.
It's all good.
All right. Well, thank you, and don't be a okay.
What?
Don't be a stranger.
Thank you for having me on.
All right. See ya. All right. Phone number to call in is 848-222-2480. That's 848-222-2480. And we still got time before the break. Final break? Wow. Time flies. So our phone lines are open at the moment. Karen, while we're waiting for a phone call to come in, is there anything else you want to chime in about with Vegas?
Yeah, well, like I said, I was trying to get it so I could say, hey, tickets are going to go on sale tonight. And then, well, I had problems in my website.
It happens.
But the next day or two, they should be on sale. And I am going to have the early bird sale still for the beginning, for probably through the end of May. It'll be like early bird sale. And that's it. But yeah, Sam's Town Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. It's off the strip. So it's really cool. And it's all inclusive place. It's got a bowling alley. It's got a movie theater, lots of restaurants. And it'll be a cool place where we can all hang out in the same building together and have a blast.
Yeah. Yeah. If you've never been to a conference, I can't overhype this enough. I mean, even going back to the first conference we did back in Raleigh back in 2017, we knew we were onto something because this was different than any other convention thing or anything I've been to where people just don't sleep. The energy just keeps cycling up because people are all over the place. You're in a place where everybody in the building is on the same page as you, more or less. And you don't have to worry about judgment or anything like that. And so once you all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute, I can talk to these people, then it just doesn't stop. It's like, yeah, groups start forming, and the next thing you know, the speakers are in there, but the chairs are only half filled because everybody else is in the lobby, just talking, sharing ideas, and sharing all the cool stuff that we've done over the last X years. And it's just gotten bigger and better and cooler, and it's just so much fun. So can't say enough about it. Yeah. And Vegas was something we should have done. In fact, we were going to do back in 2020, but then that little thing called the pandemic happened.
Yes.
And, nightmare. Absolutely freaking nightmare. You guys have no idea because you couldn't find any venues that would go maskless. And it's like asking our group to come in with masks. Yeah. The worst group you could ever do that. They just wouldn't. People would be like, no, it's not going to happen. Wait, I mean, it would be it'd be a disaster. So, and thank God for Karen that she just kept doing the conferences on the East Coast.
Yeah, man. I just kept doing it.
Yep.
So yeah, and the dates for the event are going to be October 21st and 22nd, Saturday and a Sunday. So all the people that I booked to be at the event will have rooms for Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. So it'll be like the whole weekend of Flat Earth shenanigans.
Is it one ticket pricing or is there any difference?
It's one ticket. It's just going to be one ticket for the whole weekend. And because it's a remote location at this hotel and the way it's going to be this time, I don't know if I'm going to have door sales. Usually I have door sales at the event.
Yeah.
This time I don't know if we're going to do that. Well, I guess it depends on how many tickets we sell beforehand, but I anticipate a lot of people going to this event, and I don't anticipate having door sales this year, you guys, just so you know.
So if there's no door sales, can people still like buy tickets from the parking lot? Or is it? I mean, what meaning is there a cutoff to where if you don't, there's no pop-ins at that point?
Right. Like you're gonna have to get your ticket before you go, or you won't have a ticket.
All right.
Not 100% sure about that yet, but you know, it's totally different this year because it's not local for me, and I'm having to do things different this year. So
you're trying to make it as simple as possible.
I might have to simplify things and not do door sales this year. And there's a lot of people that would buy tickets at the door too. So
yeah, I was about to say, because if you don't do door, well, I'm not criticizing. It's your event. If you don't do door sales, you might end up with scalpers.
What do you mean scalpers?
Well, people that would buy a bunch in advance and then sell them out in the.
Well, how are they going to do that? They'd have to come get the lanyard and.
Oh, I suppose.
You know what I'm saying? Because they'd have to register.
Couldn't somebody theoretically do a whole bunch of John Does or Jane Does? Does it really matter? Does the name have to match up?
Well, when you come in, you have you get your ticket. It goes to your email.
Yeah.
I don't think that would work.
No.
I mean,
So it might be scalp proof. Have to give some thought.
I don't know. I mean, if somebody wants to scalp the tickets, if you can get somebody to pay more than I can get them to pay, I mean, I guess good for you.
We'll talk off air. I've got some ideas.
All right, yeah.
Just in case. I'm just saying you might run into some. Well, we'll talk about it. I got some thoughts. All right. So what time is it? It's time? Yeah, it's about time. We're gonna go to our final break.
Okay, someone's asking if there's a block in the hotel. No, I didn't do the room block because it doesn't. There's no benefit really. It just makes it so that if you guys don't show up, I have to pay for your room, and I don't want to pay for your room if you don't show up.
Because because the biggest prices are so cheap anyway that blocks wouldn't do. You got to remember that Vegas as a city is set up for this in advance.
Yeah.
You know, everything's cheap because they want you there.
Yeah, the flights to get there are cheap. The rooms are reasonable.
The food is cheap.
Yeah. I mean, it's Vegas, of course. It's probably not everybody's favorite place to go, but it's set up. They have the infrastructure for these type of events, and it's going to be a great place. And everybody's going to be able to get there from the West Coast super easily. You're going to see a bunch of anybody who's been going to the past events. You're going to see a whole bunch of new faces that you haven't seen at the previous events because it's West Coast.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
And there's no more restrictions. There's no more travel restrictions. I do already have one person confirmed from the UK. I'm going to be bringing in Mark Devlin.
Nice.
So, Mark Sargent, Mark Devlin, Jaron is going to be there, Jaronism, and possibly Chief Crow and the Flat Earthworms again. So, and some others that you don't know about to be announced.
Nice. Again, it should be a lot of fun. We have a lot of time between now and then, but I'm going to try to come up with something different and fun for my part. I think I'm going to do giveaways this time. Kind of like if you remember the cards I gave away back in the day. I think I'm going to combine Flat Earth cards with something else. No, Peanut says write the whole speech in AI. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm trying to avoid AI if all possible. All right, that's it. So let's go to break, and when we come back, 848-222-2480. And by the way, phone lines are open, so this is your chance. If you haven't called in, it doesn't matter if you don't think you have anything to say. Just say hi. Just say hi. Say, hey, thanks for the show. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Mark, you suck. Karen, you're wonderful. Standard fare, and we'll go from there. All right, Karen, take us out.
All right.
Where is the curvature?
Alpha 33, target is on property, approaching food trailer.
Engage Delta 9.
Roger. Alpha 33 descending.
Hey, I know you.
Shh, they might be listening.
CIA?
Maybe.
Aliens?
Probably?
Globalists?
Definitely. I may have already said too much.
We have what you need.
Really?
It's flat
I'm listening.
and round
Go on.
and delicious.
Tell me the secret. I see the truth in it.
I thought you might.
This truly is a special place.
Yeah, we like to think so.
Will you be here tomorrow?
We move around quite a bit.
Ah, a mobile command center. A strong strategy. I like where your head's at.
Anything else?
I was never here.
Package intercept. Copy that, Alpha 33. Come on back, let's eat.
Long live Flat Earth.
Long live Flat Earth!
Welcome back to Strange World, part 4 of 4. It is you, me, the always wonderful and beautifully inked Karen B. And seriously, if she puts her hands together like this, there's a chance that somebody could die. And Peanut Gallery's in the background doing something with a knife. Is that a K-bar knife? That's what's happening? Yeah, apparently he's plotting somebody's violent end. All right, so let's pick up a phone call. We're gonna go with let's go with Oak Harbor. 360, what's happening?
Oh, hey, it's actually Dan, Valley Music Journey on the mobile, because I'm outside with the frogs and the dog in the Florida marshlands, avoiding alligators and so on.
That's cool, man. What else is going on?
Yeah. Well, I got 3 bullet points here. We might as well finish up the lone scum Elon Musk bashing session, or the what did somebody call him? The clone.
I wouldn't even give him that much credit, man. I don't hate a lot of people. I don't. I just hate this guy. And again, remember, Logan Paul. I can even tolerate Logan Paul because he's just a brainless buffoon.
You can't say you can tolerate Logan Paul. You
Well, yeah, but
left the conference because of Logan Paul. Don't
but
sit here
Logan,
and say you can tolerate.
No, I'm just saying
Logan
as a human being, Logan is a brainless buffoon, but the media doesn't give him that much attention. Elon could, screw up his order at a restaurant and it'll be front page news for like 2 days. So,
well, does he ever screw up in the media's eyes?
No,
really.
No, he doesn't. He just, whatever he says might as well be gold-plated turds. They're just so great. Everything he does is just shiny, and it's a vision, is what it is. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to drag this out, but I am so surprised that they haven't been taking the Tony Stark angle as much as they have. They should. It's like, look, you're doing everything you do to compare him, but you're not actually saying the words. Why not? Yeah, he saved those kids in the cave, saved the electricity for Puerto Rico, did all that other stuff. So, but again, if I run into a kid, if nothing happens for the next 3 years and I run into a kid 3 years from now, it's like, yeah, but he started Twitter. I will slap them. Just slap them silly. It's like, snap out of it, man. Do 10 seconds of research before you start talking. Sorry. Anyway, go on, Dan.
Exactly. Well, Whitney Webb, came out with a couple different volumes of the book about everybody's best friend Epstein.
Mm-hmm.
And now Epstein, apparently, in the U.S. Virgin Islands, they've subpoenaed lone scum Elon Musk into that case. They're subpoenaing all the billionaires, and apparently his connection was that Whitney Webb says that Epstein helped line up the funding for SpaceX and Tesla for lone scum. Not that he wouldn't have got it anyway, because he's but apparently he was in that group, they allege, and supposedly he's been avoiding service. That's what the report was. Service process for the subpoena.
Yeah. I'm still trying to figure out why Elon, for example, if they're doing that whole bus, magical mystery tour around the moon, supposedly taking away, 12 people, why he isn't one of them. There's your media opportunity.
Stay here and run things until they do the Pied Piper thing to Mars.
Yeah, the Pied. I'd be rooting for that one. But even he, that's a story. Again, for those of you who don't know, we have no technology. Even if Mars was real, we do not have the tech to make any sort of round trip from Mars. Even if you believed in Mars, it is a one-way trip. It is not a Matt Damon movie. It is not. You're not coming back from that. If you even believe it would, you could go there in the first place. So
exactly.
Yeah.
But Karen, you saw the article, the Whitney Webb, or you saw the reference to the subpoena then?
I don't know about the subpoena, but I'm familiar with her books. It's like one nation under blackmail, and she's got there's like a couple parts to it. There's part 1 and part 2 or something.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a good researcher.
So everybody knows we're not going to Mars, I think, but that are thinking that are anywhere near reality. But now I'm just wondering where that's all going to go, because the U.S. Virgin Islands prosecutor subpoenaed a whole bunch of billionaires. So I imagine that they'll have to I guess they're just going to have Russia nuke the U.S. Virgin Islands or something.
No. Russia's got other targets.
But I don't know.
But Virgin Islands not exactly high on their list.
Well, Peanut Gallery, are nukes real or not? Are they going to nuke? What are they going to do?
Well, Peanut says they're real, but they're probably not going to nuke any of the Caribbean. And the Caribbean's been kind of, with the exception of pirates, the Caribbean, Doesn't really run into that much. I mean, the real action. You guys want to watch a fun series from not that long ago? Watch the series. I think it was a Michael Bay series called Black Sails. If you're into pirates, love it. Makes Pirates of the Caribbean just look silly. Oh yeah. I mean, imagine Pirates of the Caribbean, but with all the good stuff, right? All the violence and sex and bad language all the time. Wonderful. Disney had nothing to do with it.
Yeah. Well, Disney, they're in on it. It's an illusion, huh?
Yep. There's
Sorry, I distracted. The dog found another poisonous frog here.
anything else? We got some calls lined up. You got one more point or not? Dude, you are cracking up. Dude, the space.
Dr. John D.
Go ahead. Say it again.
Dr. John D. They came out with another video with and then Ben re-uploaded on Taboo Conspiracy with a bunch of offshore turbine windmills that they use to develop electricity in England, and they run from 8 to 11 miles offshore from the viewing site with the P900, and they're in a line, so they're able to demonstrate amazing amount of lack of curvature over that. And then a boat went by 20 miles away. The video is incredible, but you can check it out on, I think, Taboo Conspiracy, and then he'll link to the original. I re-uploaded it too on my little channel, Ballet Music Journey, but it's probably the best one I've ever seen for that, because they had 6, identical turbine fans. They're each over 200 feet high, towering over the water, and they made it very clear that all of them, had the same amount of water underneath them, and the horizon was beyond all of them, no matter which way the tide went, because it's a sequential,
right,
not just photography but a film. So it's by far, I would recommend that for those of you that love those flat Earth tests.
Yeah. Cool.
You want to share with family and friends and other doubters.
Yes. Always a good time.
Yeah. Somebody wanted us to go back to talking about flat Earth, so I did. And anyway, we cover a lot of ground here, but this is a variety show. It's a call-in show, so I better let you go, I guess.
Well, it is a call-in show.
Yeah. Shout out to Jesse. I haven't shout out to Jesse in a long time. And then Zulu and Jan's supposed to call in. I know that whoever your New Mexico caller is that never says his name always wants to hear from her, has a secret crush on her. Her voice is enough to make you want to meet her. So,
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to you guys too, and I hope to hear more soon. I'll look forward to talking to you.
All right. Have a good one, man.
Yeah, thanks. I'll stay on the line if you don't mind.
Dude, I don't hang up on this. I don't hang up on anyone.
Oh, I know. Okay.
Just for that, I might just disconnect you. No, I'm kidding. I just muted him. Or did I? All right. Let's go to, oh boy, that's a tough one. Let's do Arizona first. 928, you're on. 928.
I just barely called in. That's amazing.
Is this the first time you've called?
No, it was about the 5th.
What?
So, Bill Gates was in my town just the other day.
Was he?
Yep, he was. He was getting an honorary degree from the local university.
Yep. It's amazing what happens when you have a crap load of money.
Yeah, you don't even have to go to school to get a degree at that point. Huh?
Nope. Show up, say a little speech, get a plaque, go home. It's that easy.
And no cream pies in the face this time.
No. No, my favorite Bill Gates thing, by the way, was that he made so much money so quickly because the Microsoft products that no one would say no to him for any reason. And because he was a nerd, he was notorious for not taking showers. And so he smelled bad, looked great because, the finest in sweaters and suits. And finally, he hired an assistant, I think it was a woman, who said, look, dude, no one's saying this. You want to fire me? Go ahead. But you got to do something about this. You can't be this leader, this captain of tech industry. And that's what cleared it up. But for years, he was like that. So old habits die hard.
Hopefully he gave that gal a raise.
Yeah, exactly. Say it again.
Karen should send him a ticket to Flatoberfest.
Who, Bill Gates?
Yes, why not?
Why would I do that? Why would I ever do that?
So that he would come and everyone would debate him into the ground.
Well,
I don't think it's really this button.
The thing, and it's not just Gates, and Karen and I have talked about this, which is if you show up, if you're an adversary of Flat Earth and you show up at this conference, you are safe for as long as it takes any of the members to have like 3 drinks. And then all bets are off. At that point, everybody will find you because like they feel like they got nothing to lose. Like, I know your security. I just want to talk to him for a minute. What's the problem? It's be like, and just multiply that by a whole bunch of people. It would be ugly, super, super ugly. So, which is why we don't have a lot of trolls show up at these things. So, but yeah, Gates, yeah, sure, why not? I don't think he'll show up though. Somebody invite Elon. That's a whole nother thing. But I don't think he'd show up either. So we'll have to come up with some adversaries to invite. Joe Rogan might.
We might see some MMA fighters there.
Yes, we might see some actors. We might see some musicians.
Might see some rock stars.
It's possible.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Can't rule it out.
Might even see influencers. Asmongold, are you listening?
Can't rule it out. Asmongold. I'll give Asmongold a ticket.
Free ticket, Asmongold. You show up. Seriously, I will reach out to him. And I will say, Zach. I'm not going to try to dox him because I know he and I share the same thing about doxing. By the way, there was a girl in there. Let me go off on a quick little jag. I got time. There was a girl on, was it Twitch, who doxed a guy. So you know this, Karen. It's like when you donate, like super chat and crap like that on Twitch, you donate, you can say anything you want. And so she would get haters like donating $1 just so they could say anything they want, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they would take advantage of just doing hate speech. It's like, you suck, blah, blah, blah. Here's my $1. It might as well be like, slapping a cheap prostitute type of thing. Here's my $1. I'm going to say anything I want to you. And so she screen shared, because when you do a PayPal thing, all your information's there, and doxed him, right there, and said, all right, fine, John Smith from blah, 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 Mississippi. Right. and she did it twice. And he called her out on it, and she was banned for 14 days, right? Overturned in 5 hours. And Asmongold freaking lost it. He's like, that is such a double standard. He goes, if I would have done that, they would have perma-banned me. Pretty girl does it. She's overturned in 5 hours. What sort of crap is this? And so, but anyway, lots of people were siding with her. It's like, yeah, but she doesn't have to take that. It's like, look, that was her thing. It's like, you want to take those sort of donations, you run that risk. Anyway, sorry, caller. What else you got? Anything fun?
Shout out to True Stream Media. Everyone should take a look and listen to them.
Oh yeah, they're a good channel.
Cool. Hey, we could ask chat really quick. Who came up with the straight out of Photoshop icon? You remember that question that was going around the Globebusters thing today? That channel that nobody knew who it was had 132,000 subs on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And they used the straight out of Photoshop Earth thing. And I could have sworn like Jaren or somebody came up with that years ago.
I don't remember.
Or ODD or Anyway, I can't remember the channel, but it's like, oh, he's got 132,000 subs. It's no small potatoes.
The name of the channel is called Straight Out of Photoshop?
No, but he was using the Straight Out of Photoshop thing in his little banner.
Oh.
And I was going, I know that's been used by different people, but I can't remember who created it in the first place. I thought it was Jaron. Anyway. Dave, if you're
it could have been because it is a play on hip hop stuff. It's from like remember NWA,
right?
They had
Straight
their
Outta Compton.
album called Straight Outta Compton, so it's a play on that. So it would make sense that it came from Jaron or ODD because they like hip hop rap. So
but by the way, that's as far as my street cred stretches, is that I actually know what Straight Outta Compton is.
That's pretty good, Mark.
I know. Coming from one of the whitest guys in America, you bet it does. It's not. There was a cook in my restaurant. He played a lot of hip hop. So, yeah. Anyway, anything else, caller? Because I do want to grab some other people. Caller. Hey, dude.
I think he's already.
Ah, crap.
Just move on.
That's right. Moving on. Let's pick up one more before. I don't see Jan, so we're gonna pick up. Take your pick.
Shout out to Jan.
Shout out to Jan. Florida or Connecticut? Your choice. Karen.
Man.
Florida or Connecticut?
I guess I don't know. Florida.
Connecticut then, because we already took Florida. Dan was from Florida. Sorry, 727. I'm going to pick up 860 first. I don't think there's going to be time for you, but who knows? Maybe, possibly. 860. What's happening?
Hey, Mark. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Yeah. So real quick, I'll make it quick so the Florida can get in. Last time I didn't know that you wanted me to have a last shout out there, so I had it on Bluetooth. So you're like, we had this great flow there and kind of got cut off. So
that's all right.
My apologies.
It's not a requirement.
No. It's not. It's not. Our rules aren't that strict here.
But yeah, I'm late in the game here. I have no clue really what's going on. I just got back from work. Just got out of the shower. Was naked in the shower. And now I'm no longer. Don't have a towel. That was a joke, kind of. Mark when
I was about to say that's a play on what I was saying this morning, that I couldn't stay in the chat room because I had to go to the shower, and
yesterday in my chat, that's right.
And I was going to be completely naked. So much naked. Yep.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Anyways, but yeah, I'll keep it short. So shout outs to, and I'll try to get on earlier next time. Just trying to get back early from work. Shout out to you guys. Now You See TV, Take on the World, Gibas, Nodell's, Rick Hummer, David Weiss, and all you Connecticut flat earthers out there. I'll
Right
catch
on.
you later.
All right,
Peace out.
see ya. All right, I will pick up Florida. Quick little note: Peanut Gallery says Logan Paul might show up to Vegas. It's like, no, I don't think so. I don't think he'd dare.
No.
You got to remember, he fled the Denver hotel once I did my little rant on air that night, where I said that he should be cut up into itty bitty
We're
pieces.
already onto him. He's not coming back.
No, he's not. No, he wouldn't dare.
Better
Plus,
not.
he's doing Plus, he's doing the wrestling federation thing. He's not coming to that thing. He couldn't sneak in anyway. He's so freaking conspicuous. He and his freaking brother. I think his brother's out of the whole prank game anyway.
Now I know who he is, so
Yeah.
meh.
Yeah. No, you don't want to show up, man. You just don't. It'd be so terrible. Part of me thinks he should. All right. Let's pick up Florida, and then Florida, I'll give you 3 minutes. What do you got? 727.
Hey, it's Tim here from Tampa, Florida. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
All right. Now I see why people get wound up and full of anxiety while they're waiting on hold.
Why?
stressful. I don't know why. I don't know why, man. You guys are the best, though. You guys are a big part of my coming to Flat Earth and discovering all the controllers of the world and how this world really works. You know, it's kind of shocking.
Well, you know what part of it is because it's the wind up, which is, you know, when you're put under the spotlight immediately, your first reaction is to freeze. And I get it. I absolutely get it. It's like ready. It's like acting. Ready and action, right? And you're like, oh crap.
Oh yeah,
what are my lines? Which is why, yeah.
Hey, you guys are awesome, man. I love what you guys do, and just keep doing more of it. The other guy should have stayed on longer. The guy before me.
No,
but it's just my chance because I'm getting wound up. You guys are talking about Elon Musk and Bill Gates and all these low lives, and I'm gonna call them low lives. You're not saying it, I'm saying it from right here in Florida. The lowest of the low, and they're just. I don't even know if they're human. I used to laugh at people talking about reptilians and all that stuff. These people are so cold and so nasty. They might as well not be.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm sorry, I took it.
It's all right. No, I don't mean to. I don't mean to wind you up. I don't. And the Elon thing bugs me, but only because the media. He is just a media whore. I mean, he doesn't even have to be a social influencer. It's just all he has to do is freaking. All the other influencers try really, really hard. They go to all these antics. You know, they get injections when they shouldn't. They stick things where they shouldn't. They crash planes where they shouldn't. And Elon, he doesn't even have to be on camera. He can just tweet something. It's like, my thought for the day. Maybe this shouldn't be a country anymore. You know, and people are like, Elon says.
Yes,
sorry, go ahead.
With the false humility and everything, it's nauseating. It's nauseating.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, thank you so much. I won't keep you guys on here longer than is necessary.
All right.
But I just want to spit some venom at them. I appreciate you.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Have a good one, man. Talk soon.
All right. Be blessed in Jesus' name.
All right. Bye-bye, man. Bye. I didn't like him very much. I hope he doesn't call anymore. All right. Let's go to 845. I'm kidding. Tell you, that wasn't on air, right?
No, you are.
We can edit that out, right? All right. Let's go 845 to tie a bow on this. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it with Peanut Gallery's K-Bar knife that he keeps.
New York. Oh, nice. K-Bar knives.
I know, right?
I didn't know you were going to say K-Bar knives.
I didn't either, but he keeps flashing it menacingly. It's like, oh man, as a producer, he's getting way more hostile. Seriously, he's just twirling this thing in his hand, and I'm going, dude, what is up with you?
Oh my God. So I hear Logan Paul wants to box you. Is that what's going on?
No, whatever. I'd love to see that challenge.
No.
I would love to.
I said that in the chat. He's such a
okay.
douche,
First off,
that guy.
there's
oh my God.
no. First off, I'm twice his age. First off, that's number one. Two, because of my head, I'm pretty sure I have a glass jaw. So that would end horribly.
Oh, Glass Joe, huh?
Yeah, glass jaw, not a good thing at all. If you guys don't know what a glass jaw is, please look it up. I am not. Yeah, I've got a really hard crane. You know, top of my head. I can break through wood pretty easily, but my jaw is not so much. So
You wear the same size helmet as what's his face? Oh my God, Theismann, right? Didn't he have the largest head?
I have a nice size 9 hat, so my head is close to being. People don't. I'm a pretty big guy, so it doesn't show, but I'm borderline gigantism. I don't know. I got a big head. No, seriously. People kept here's the part that bugged me. You can look at my high school annuals, like when I graduated, people were one of my nicknames was like Big Head, Waterhead, Agua Head. And people were calling me this, and I didn't see. I look in the mirror, it's like, what the hell? I don't see it. But people say it all the time, apparently, behind my back. It was hateful, hurtful. Yep.
Oh my God. Too funny.
Anyway, we got
you know, Yeah, just a couple things. Talking about social media, like you were saying before about how she got banned for 5 days. There was some woman getting fucked on Twitch, and everybody was in an uproar, and they were like, "Oh, we'll ban her for 5 days," and she came right back.
Oh yeah. By the way,
Really?
no, the girl on Twitch. I'm talking.
What is that?
She wasn't banned for 5 days. She was banned for 5 hours. They overturned it in 5 hours.
Oh, this one. No, another.
Oh yeah.
She was
The
talking into the camera, but you could see the reflection in the window that she was getting pounded, and they were like, "What the fuck?" And she got banned for like 5 days.
Yeah. Yeah, double standard. I that was actually part of Asmongold's argument, which was it's like, what, does everyone forget that girl that was having sex on Twitch? It's like, yeah.
Right.
Double standard.
Right. Just more division.
Yep.
Like I just heard Minnesota passed a law that if you as a parent do not want your child to transition or take drugs or have surgeries or anything, that they will take your fucking child. And then Oklahoma just passed a law that no, it's a fucking felony and you will go to fucking prison. What is wrong with you people? So I was just curious, what's your opinion? I think it's just more division crap.
It is
put out there for everybody to fucking be at each other's throats.
Yeah, that's all.
I think that side is fucked up, but still, nonetheless.
Yeah, you're right. The division is. I've never felt the climate of our country more divided. And you want to see where it's going to go? You wait, Mark. I'll talk about this way before we get there because we're going to tie this up here pretty soon. Which is the elections next year. And if it was me, if it was my think tank, I would have Trump and the forecast is like winning by 8. And then the morning after do the same thing. It's, oh no, he just lost by 4. Red team would lose their freaking minds if that happened. And the country would just spiral. So, but again, you give them all that hope and then they'll do the Charlie Brown, pull the football out at the last moment, pull the rug.
Right.
Red team goes spinning through the air.
Right. Absolutely.
You got any quotes?
I got a quick quote. Yeah. Spread love everywhere you go. Let no one ever come to you without leaving happier. Mother Teresa.
It's good.
Like, all right. I like that. Just because, like, I was thinking about that today. It's like everybody. I mean, don't get me wrong. I want to punch people and throw them downstairs, but I don't go out and do it. So there's that.
Yep.
Fuck.
All right.
More division.
Do me some shout outs, my man.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Bally in Venomous, Florida. What the fuck, frogs? Shit. You, Karen, Peanut Gallery, everybody out there in chat. Just try to be nice, I guess.
All right.
I don't know. Best I could do.
All right. 1 minute or so late. That's fine. We will be here next week. Same flat time, same flat channel. Say goodnight, Karen.
Good night, Karen.
Say goodnight, Zulu.
Good night, Zulu.
And Peanut Gallery just twirls his knife menacingly.
Yeah.
With that, while smoking.
You do, because that's when he means business.
Exactly. I gotta start listening to him closer. All right, Karen, take us out. Tie a bow on this. Go on, you suck. I hate Elon.
Hot sex.
Oh yeah, hot sex. Not with Elon.
Oh no.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, Asmon.
Good night.
Everything
as it's ever been. Wound up chasing stars all over again. There's words for what you got, what you have, and what you'll ever need. There's love so many nights, so many nights, so many ways to believe.
Hello, Daisy. Hello,